Hi everybody, today is Tuesday the 2nd of February. The class was cancelled because of snow, and so I thought I would give you this little assignment to think about between now and Thursday. As you know, there is no separate reading assignment for Thursday, so having read your blog posts in response to the Rhetorical Peaks game, I thought I would push the issue a little bit with you and invite you to respond to these questions that I have for you. A lot of you, in your blog posts, a lot of you seem to be surprised by the format of this game, where the player actually has to respond to questions and choose his or her answers in order to proceed. That is not certainly what we're used to if we're playing games on, say, Xbox or PlayStation, where it's much more graphically based than textually as it is in this game. So I thought it was interesting that some of you expressed a surprise at that need to actually read text and respond, even though I would argue that when you're playing a heavily visually based game, you essentially do the same, except that you do it with motion or action rather than words. But that's sort of something that I wanted to discuss with you a lot more. So what I'd like you to think about are two things. Bogost in his chapter talks about procedural rhetoric and what he calls serious games or persuasive games. In what sense can you or can you not call Rhetorical Peaks a serious game or a persuasive game? And in what sense can you and can you not call it an artifact of procedural rhetoric? So I'd like you to go back to Bogost's chapter and perhaps try to understand again what he means by the term procedural rhetoric and by the term serious game or persuasive game. And then look back at your experiences playing Rhetorical Peaks and see if you can apply those terms to your experience as a player in this game. Remember also that Rhetorical Peaks was created as a teaching tool, as a tool that would hopefully help people learn about rhetoric. Does that fact influence our perception of this game as a rhetorical artifact at all? So think about these questions. Again, I'd like you to make a more explicit connection between arguments made by Bogost in this chapter and your experiences playing this game. And you may post your thoughts by adding a comment to this blog post. I'd like you to complete this assignment by Thursday class time, and then of course on Thursday we'll be visited by Dr. Tracy Zimmerman, who will talk about authorship and help us wrap up the first unit of the class. So have a good time. If you need to go back and play Rhetorical Peaks one more time, please do so, or perhaps if you choose to play your favorite game, whatever it may be, you can also discuss that game in terms of Bogost's framework. Again, the main requirement is that you use Bogost's argument somehow to either explain or complicate or question the idea of procedural rhetoric and the idea of persuasive games or serious games. If you get adventurous, you can respond to this post in means other than text. For instance, if you play a game that you would like to demonstrate how it works, you could put a little video clip, a sound clip. There might be a movie on YouTube somewhere already of that game, which you could include. In other words, be creative in your responses. You're not limited to text. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts, reading your thoughts. Goodbye.